Greetings and good day. This is The Channeled Truth. I'm your host, Thomas Leichardt, and I'm a channeler myself, and I love exploring the works of Seth and Jane Roberts, Abraham-Hicks, and Bashar. And with me today, I have a very special guest that is returning, who is no stranger to channeling himself, as well as these channels that we mentioned, especially Bashar. So Patrick, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Hello, Tom. I'm very grateful to be here today. And it was a while before Raven came back, and finally she's back on the track with me, or maybe I am back on the track with her.
Yeah, so I'm excited to have you bring her back on the show. And so I understand she has a story to share, perhaps some information. So let's just have you drop into that channeling state and let's get right into it.
All right. She wants to share a story that people can use that in many ways, and let's see what she has to share. I'm part of that story, but she wants to share it. So, all right.
Great. Let's do it.
All right. Well, it doesn't take long because I was already here. Hello, my friends. How are you doing tonight?
Good day, Raven.
Very exciting, and I was asking the channel if it was okay to tell a story that happened years ago with the channel, and I realize right now that people can use that story to understand how you can expand yourself with the reality that you live in, because this is very important right now. You start to be more sensitive in the life you exist. That's the story I'm going to tell, and it will help. I can see in many ways that people will relate themselves to that. At the beginning, when the channel started to connect with me and realized that I was not an imagination, but I was real in different dimension, he asked me many times, he said, Raven, I'm really opening my heart, and I understand more and more that connection with reality, with nature, and it's kind of fascinating. And he asked me, I said, how you guys up the line live your life with that art connection? For 1 week, I was able to boost his energy as a little bit higher than he used to live. And that's the story of what happened. One day he went to the grocery to pick up some food, pick up some fruit. Very regular story day, like everybody's going through. And when he went to the vegetable, for some reason, he saw a tomato that it was kind of fascinating for him. That tomato was very delicious, red color. It looked very juicy. He picked up the tomato with others' tomato, with few things to make some supper. When he went back in the car, drive home, he sensed that the tomato started to speak to him. And he was not able to deny that connection because it was very loud and his heart was very vibrating. He went home, cleaned that tomato, cleaned all the vegetable and the fruit that he bought at the grocery. When he picked up that tomato to slice, the tomato started to talk to him. And he stopped and said, okay, Raven, what I'm doing with this is a little bit high because the tomato is speaking to me. He said, how that thing is possible. And I allow him to feel more. He was actually communicating with something like a tomato, and the tomato responds to him. He was able to feel the tomato, every single parts of it, as the tomato was able to feel his own humanity. For a bit, it was like, wow. That was the beginning of a huge realization that he was able to tap in many things. And I came to him to explain to him that when you feel that connection, everything can speak to you because everything is a reflection of yourself. It was a sensation like when you walk and see different crystals. Some crystals are more attractive than the others. The other doesn't mean they're not good. It's just that specific moment you have more attraction with different one. It was the same feeling with that tomato. But he said, how can I eat that tomato because I become friend with that tomato? And I was laughing. I said, it's okay. This is very human way to think, you know. Oh, I cannot eat that tomato. The tomato was willing to be part of it. But the big thing that he found out, it was when you feel that way with something that you're going to eat, your body will sense it and respond in a very high vibration way. I invite him the next day to go back to the grocery and see if he was feeling differently after that experience. He realized walking by the raw fruit and vegetable, it was a different communication vibrator. The vibration was different than walking in the frozen fridge. And that was the gap that I told him. It's not about judging that the frozen fridge, it's not good, but it's about realize that what do you prefer. And if you understand that, you will take time before you're going to eat something, before you're going to exchange, because your body will respond to that frequency and you will feel light. You will feel that exchange again. And that was a big thing because that helped him to understand that his heart was able to connect with many things. The rock, the stone, the wind, the trees, the animal, and the spirit that you don't see. Was a big gap. This is why I tell that little story, that people can understand how far you can stretch. How far the world that you live in, it's a magical living thing. It's not just an illusion. It is an illusion, but you realize it is really a dream. That you are in that dream together with all things that you live inside your world. The big challenge after that, when you become sensitive to everything, again, as humanity, as an empath, you go to a shopping center and now you freak out because you're sensing too much energy around the people. And you said, oh my God, they don't feel good today. You must understand that it's a bigger part of you, that you sense more of yourself. Of course, you will pick up on different energy. But again, it's not about judging it. It's about realizing what you do with that. You're going to judge it, or you're going to center yourself and bring back your natural state and expand over that. And again, life becomes a magical story. That makes sense, my friend?
Yes, thank you for sharing that. It really rings some bells with things I've experienced in heightened states of consciousness, as well as what I used to read with Seth when I was younger. I read a lot of Seth, and he spoke about how nature becomes us when we consume it, and nature looks out through our eyes as we, take it into our bodies, and that it's a co-creative adventure. So, but thank you for the story, because I can relate to it as Patrick being my friend and just seeing this experience unfold as you tell the story. And also in certain states of consciousness and after some medicine journeys, I had similar just this feeling of like everything is alive and feeling the vibration, and like it's so easy to choose things like food and like, oh, that vibration, it feels really good and really nourishing, and oh, that thing over there, not so much. So it becomes more of a vibrational choice rather than, oh, here's a list of the things I shouldn't eat, or this is what I should eat, right? It's not a should or judgment, like you said. It's more just preference, right? Vibrational preference. So yeah, thank you for that.
Well, thank you to explore this in your own way. It doesn't have to be a tomato. It could be something else, but just pay attention to it, because this is the way we live. We are not disconnect to everything. We're connecting to everything, and everything is moving in a different way. And like we said many times, our world is coming close to your world, and you're going to get used to. I'm here to share those stories just that you can remind yourself that you have the same ability to do so.
Yes, it's definitely a reminder because I catch myself sometimes, feeling the beingness of things. Even when I sometimes do some repair work on the house, I'll put my hand on the house wall and be just like, just feeling this resonance with the house. It's like there's a relationship. Similar with my crystal bowls, like they feel like they have a presence, and that presence sometimes stays with me. Even when I'm somewhere else doing healing work, I can feel the presence of, that one bowl, I can feel it coming in, the vibration. So yeah, it's a reminder. It's like we're asleep and we're awakening, and I can tell, like, as you're sharing that story, it's like, oh, this is great. This is how I want to live, right? But it's like we want that kind of feedback or the validation or the just being seen as being these magical beings that we are, because we kind of dumb ourselves down as we step into this dense world sometimes, I realize, and I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, we understand it's a process, but understand when you wake up in the morning, remember you're dreaming, and that dream could be fun. It will have challenge, but it'll help you to grow. And that connection, when you understand it, you will go deeper.
Yes, and I can also relate to something you said earlier, the that empathic quality. I get this a lot from all the qigong practice and meditations and healing work. Is you go into crowded places and you're just so much aware of the fields of energy that are there, and not just like the hard fast reality, but also the electromagnetic quality of places and people and all that. And I know a lot of empaths definitely kind of wrestle with that whole boundary system and being overwhelmed by crowds and whatnot.
Yes, you're so true about that. And the personality is very complex. But to allow yourself again and realize that you live inside of an intelligent field. And that's a huge step. And you will shift your frequency when you accept that. And the personality will in time really, really accept that, because he will see the reflection that this is very wonderful.
Yes, it's definitely that's the challenge and the excitement, or the journey, is bringing that personality along, all parts of it, right, into this new state of consciousness.
Yes, yes. And next time you're gonna have a grocery trip, just watch who's speaking louder in the fruit and the vegetable. You might be surprised that some want to connect with you if you pay attention.
Yeah, no, it's a good reminder. And I related to how you mentioned that with crystals, right? Healing tools,
Exactly.
things like this. It's more I'm more cognizant of that. But yeah, with food too, it's everywhere, it's everything. So
It's
thank you for
everywhere.
that.
This is why we eat more liquid than solid food, you see? But that's a process. It's nothing wrong to eat solid food until you make a choice.
Yes. So do we have time for some questions?
We have a little bit of time. What kind of question do you have?
Great. Well, I prepared a few. Let me check my notes here. Well, since you're speaking as a member of the Yahyel, I'm sure some of the viewers out there are curious. Are there any, personal or mass sightings of the Yahyel coming up, or is that part of the agenda? I mean, I'm sure it is, but is there kind of are we leaning into that in the next year, for example?
It's feel that what I can tap in, it is going in that direction. We can see and watch your planet all the time. You just don't perceive it. But something is coming, and you see that people are really, really start to connect with ourselves and believe in us that we are real, and that make a big change in the field, you see? Because when you will appreciate the field you live in as an intelligent as you are, you will expand and you will accept different modality and different frequency to mix with that.
Yeah, I can feel the excitement is building, and it's, the mystery is part of it, and that's part of the excitement. But, it's like we all want to peek, oh, what's behind door number one and door number two, right? But I
Yes,
feel,
we understand that.
yeah, I feel that that shift it's happening and it's coming.
The
So,
beautiful thing that we can see, the beautiful thing that we can see is you're starting to drop some belief that will stop you to go there. Because we don't have those beliefs, but we're waiting for you to expand. And you're doing a very, very good job. And more you play with your life, more you connect with, it doesn't matter. It could be anything. Nature, it's a good start. You will match that frequency easier to match with us. But many people are dreaming about us. They just don't recall that dream yet.
yeah, I feel like I've definitely dreamt of another being that felt very much like a Yahyel frequency. But I sense that that's the tip of the iceberg, and there's obviously a lot more underneath that that's happening that I'm not aware of just yet.
Yeah, you have a connection with few, but we can sense they have lots of support from the Pleiadian energy that support you in your work. And what they're going to say to you right now, they're going to say, don't give up, keep going.
Thank you. I definitely take that into my heart because there are moments where things slow down or more challenges crop up, and it seems like moving through quicksand a little bit sometimes. So yeah, thank you for that because there's no other choice. It's like I have to keep going. You know what I mean?
You know, when I teach and help the channel to stretch out with his heart, this is how he pick up on. You can see a leaf moving with the winds, and he's going to pick up a story in that. Like now, just allow yourself to go at ease and understand that everything is energy and everything is a reflection in many ways, in many ways. But the Pleiadian are supporting your energy and your work.
That's awesome. I
Do
also
you connect with the seventh circle as the seventh sister before you go to bed?
That's good. I will do that. I have pictures of the seven sisters in different parts of the house too, so that's a nice reminder as well.
Do, if you can, focus yourself in that geometry, not in your physical body. It will help you to kick out and move to the higher frequency that you can connect with them strongly.
Great. Thank you. And so,
Just forgot your body. Your body is very important. We understand that. But just put yourself out of it. Focus somewhere else, you see?
yes, I'm definitely familiar with that practice of, you know, uh, focusing on another location that I'm not physically at to, help with that kind of travel.
Yes. And when you're at the edge to kick yourself out of your body, you can ask for help. Give me a boost. Give me a push. They will.
Yeah, good point.
Anything else?
Yes, I'm wondering because I listen to a lot of Bashar and I feel a lot of Sasani energy as, sometimes as I channel and just as I, absorb these teachings from Bashar. And so I'm wondering, as you as a member of the Yahyel, do you interact with the Sasani beings much, or perhaps even some of the hybrids that are mentioned by Bashar?
We do in different way. For us, they're big brother. They're helping us to understand more the expansion and where we came from. It was more a connection when I was young. Right now, I am on a different path. But I'm going to say they're scanning right now and they're connecting to that session, as you call it, session, but more as a collective than one person.
Great. Let me see what else I have here. Do you have any advice as from your unique vantage point, what people might do to prepare for open contact?
To connect more with their world and to see a reflection of them inside of everything that they're doing. Like you said, you work with your house, see your house as yourself, not something out of you, something within you, you see?
Yes, I like that.
And drop the box. You don't need that box anymore. The Pleiadian sent us something for you. The purple color. It's something that's very connecting with you.
Yeah, I actually already felt the purple color about 10 minutes ago, really coming in, or 20 minutes during this conversation. And I felt it
Yes.
already about a week ago in a healing session. I just really
But that's pretty
starting to
good.
feel
You
that.
can think about them because they have one female and two male. They're part of your supporting team, as we can say.
Awesome. Yeah, I was wondering where that came from. It was a kind of a lavender-like purple. And it's not a
Gonna be
color.
that color. Yeah, the beautiful purple.
Yes.
It's a higher frequency that you know what I mean.
Great. So one last question. It's something for, I think, a lot of viewers out there might be wondering is, we're coming to the completion of a solar cycle, and obviously you don't make predictions, and there are infinite parallel probable realities, but do you get a sense of the collective energy, what it's leaning into for 2024, or perhaps suggestions that you might give for the upcoming year? In Chinese astrology, it would be the dragon year, right? 2024. So sounds already like a powerful year.
Yes, just give me a second because the Pleiadian want to tell you something about a black dragon from the Pleiadian. Watch in the Chinese story. You have something about the black dragon from the Pleiadian. You might connect with that symbol more strongly this year. And again, it will depend where you sit and fit yourself with the different frequency and the experience that you have and you need to go through. You understand that? We will suggest that the people who are connecting with the Yahyel and the hybrid to really start to enjoy and connect with love, their life, and to not find something to battle, to not find something to save, but to be themselves and realize that reality is speaking to them. It's just waiting because they have energy to create the world, who work with you and do everything they can to make you aware of it. You see? Like I'm gonna say, write down the projection that you will prefer.
That's great. As you were saying that, I got this sense of just incredible joy. I could almost sense this childlike joy and wonder, and create from that space instead of this heaviness of like, oh, we need to save the world, all that stuff.
Yeah, we understand that. And please look up about the black dragon from the Pleiadian because the story is like, oh, the black dragon is released from the Pleiadian and it's coming to Earth. Pay attention to it, my friend.
Thank you, because I've been definitely feeling that dragon energy coming in different ways, seeping into my
Yes, and we
life.
have lots of support from that place.
Great. Awesome.
I will say thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for being
I
here, for
will
connecting, and
invite every one of you watching that video to know that we are close to you. We are in the dream with you. We are a large family, a large one. And we can't wait just to be with you. It will be a wonderful time, wonderful dance. It is coming fast.
awesome. And you're, of course, always welcome to come on the show and share your wisdom with us. And thank you for coming.
You're so welcome. I'm back to stay for a while.
Great.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes. Thank you, and good night.
All right. Good night, too. All right, Tom.
Welcome back, Patrick.
Hi.
That was awesome. That was a great session. I could feel a lot of, it's very, very rich, very multidimensional, even though, you hear the verbiage, but there's all this energy behind it.
I feel like a lot was connecting to that thing, not only her, and it's pretty quick for me because the minute I can see her, because I spend many time with her, I know exactly what she looked like. and I can kind of smell what she smelled. You know, it's just like bang, it went through right there. You know?
You know, it really helped me to see some of the images. I watched the, by the way, for everyone listening, Patrick channeled Raven on episode 9. And I watched that today, and some of the artwork of her came up. And that really helped because I was using that as a springboard to start getting a sense of her energy, you know, seeing that image in my mind's eye.
Yeah, well, thank you. It was awesome. That's good.
Yeah, so is there anything you were experiencing, like as visions or just, you know, imagery, sensations as you were bringing her through?
Yeah, they have many things. I'm gonna say for the last few weeks it was very quiet on my side, and I realized that we're going to those cycles. You know, sometimes you're very high, you're connecting very deep, and sometimes you're just like you kind of go to a cycle. It looked like downward, but it's not really downward. And I realized sometimes it's just a break. You know, just enjoy to take a break. It is calm and it's very smooth. And know that when those things happen, because more is coming and another story is going to kick in, you see. But just enjoy those moments, really enjoy those moments.
Yeah, we're such funny beings. You know, when things slow down, we're just like, oh, I'm bored. I want some action. Let's speed it up. But then when things speed up, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, hey, it's like, I kind of miss it when it was a little slower, right? So yeah, it's just appreciating where it is in the journey, the crest or the trough of the wave, you know, riding that out. That is good advice for me, and I'm sure for many people out there.
Yeah, that's good. And you know, I understand that sometimes I don't really remember what she said, but I remember the image, whatever color it's coming, or if I receive something from outside or somewhere, I will remember that. But the word, whatever she's speaking, I don't. I have to watch a recording.
Yeah, well, that's what's great about getting it on recording is we can hear it from our quote unquote normal state of consciousness. And yeah, I hope you bring her through a lot more and, you know, some of the other aspects you've been working with as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much again to do that tonight, and I hope everybody will enjoy that. That's good. And I have also a Facebook page called the Beauty of the Human Psychic. Maybe we can put down there. I start to put some information there more. It's all about psychic and connection and all that stuff. You know, astral travel more and more because people ask me more about that. If anybody would like to talk to Raven, I think she's open now. She was not last year for many reasons that I have to work on myself, but now she's back to help and to be in support in any way, shape, or form. And if anybody want to reach her, just let me know. We're going to arrange something.
Awesome. So thank you. Yeah, thank you once again for coming. And I think we'll just call it a night for now. And I want to invite all of our viewers out there to stretch your consciousness and just enjoy the ride, and really, you know, may this episode inspire you to reach into your own aspects and your own connections, because we're all part of a vast multidimensional family of consciousness. So may this inspire you to do that, and we will sign off. And I just want to say one last thing. If you would like to be a guest on this show, reach out to me and let me know. And with that, we will sign off and wish you a fond good day.